Good evening, everybody. My name's Pat Dooley, and I'll be your host tonight. Often, we have one or two, sometimes three speakers on the line, and tonight, one of my co-speakers is bludging. He's hit the sack. He's sick with fever, so he's not going to come on here tonight. I'm telling everyone, you're out there sleeping. That's okay. We have several English speakers on the call tonight, and we'll keep it in English for that case. We're going to do a presentation about the team, about I Can Get Rich, and about why we can get rich with Leo. We're going to go through a professional presentation tonight, so we'll explain what Leo's all about, and we'll also explain how you can get compensated if you choose to partner with us and build at the end of the call, and then we'll cut it off. Of videos that we're going to play in as well. So I'm running this by myself, so I have to go to screens at the same time. Let's just kick into it straight away. I Can Get Rich is an acronym, and if you've heard of this before, you'll know that ICAN stands for improve consistently and act now. It's just simply about making yourself a little better, doing it on a regular basis, doing it consistently, and now, not tomorrow when something else happens that I'm going to do it off in the far future. And we just put in beneath, and rich. A lot of people want to get rich, and there's all this interesting attitudes about it, but we made an acronym out of it. Recurring income can happen, and does happen if you do what we suggest that you do. Now, I've just come off a sabbatical for 10 years. I've dabbled a couple of things in the last couple of years, looked at a few different things when I've got back into the internet and the network marketing arena. But up until that time, I've lived recurring income based on a company that I built 8 years, pretty hard work on a regular basis while I was studying in university, and I built up an income. So I know there's a lot of things, there's a lot of potholes, there's a lot of pros and cons that you can avoid and you can be helped with if you're wanting to start an income opportunity. It works if you work it. It's really simple. Let me repeat that. It works if you work it. So this concept that we work with is a company called Leo. And tonight we're going to discover more about Leo and what Leo stands for. The idea of the business concept, Leo, starts, in my opinion, with O. It's all about ownership. It's about owning. Most people are like this. They've got their cup a little bit full. They own not everything they want to own. And so I usually ask the question, is it possible that you want to own? Is it possible that you need to earn a little more? That's our second letter in our brand and our company. E stands for earn. And is it possible that you're earning enough, but not quite enough to get everything that you want to get? And tonight, is it also a possibility to think that you might need to learn to do things a little bit differently? You might need to learn a new skill, a new way to think. You might need to learn a lot of things, or you might just need to just tweak it a little bit. And that's what the L stands for. And that's our business concept, Leo. And it stands for Learning Enterprise Organization, if you want to look up the company's name. Now, tonight, we're not going to focus on the ownership. We're not going to focus on the learning. Tonight's about you and filling up your glass of earning potential. We want to show you how simple it is. Now, I drew this, and it's very difficult to draw on a PowerPoint, but that's my friend. Look, he looks a little bit, I call him Spike, but Spike had his hair changed to something else. Most people, when they first hear about Leo or Bitcoin or crypto money, they're like, what is that? So if you're feeling a little bit like that tonight, that's okay, that's normal. My job tonight is to make you say, yes, this is not so difficult, this is easy, and yes, I reckon I could have some fun doing this, and why not be able to make a bit of money and own the things that I want to. So that's my goal for tonight. I hope you stick with me. Right at the end, I've got some interesting things I'm going to tell you as well. Okay, so how do we make money? How do we usually make money? How do you make money? Of course, we work. I have worked a lot of different jobs and done a lot of different things in my time. There's businesses. You can create a business, and that seems to be a dream for many people, but anyone in the audience, if you've been a business owner, you know exactly what it's like. It's sort of like adult daycare when you've got staff that you employ. There's insurances. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to worry about when you're a business owner. And yes, there's also bank interest. Now, it takes a lot of time, adding a couple of base, 0.0% of something. And so, yes, you can earn money like that as well. You could invest in property. You need a lot of money to do that nowadays. You could be a miner. You could mine gold or diamonds, for example. You could have won it. You could win it on the lottery. You could be inheriting. But most people make their money through these places. There's a new way to make money, guys. It's a very easy way to make money. It's mining money, mining crypto money. Today we're going to talk about mining crypto money. It's one of Leo's flagship products. So the new way to do this is, actually, you know what I'll do? I was going to tell you all about it, but I'm going to let one of my professional colleagues tell you about it instead. It's going to take 6 minutes, and he's going to share with you what crypto money is and how it works and what Leo is and how you fit in. If you're a merchant or if you're just a beginner, you get an understanding that Bitcoin started it and now Leo has evolved it to another level. So we're going to load a short video, and it's actually going to be 5 minutes, and I'll be back in 5.
The history of trade is as old as civilization. The way we pay has evolved from barter to coins, to paper money backed by gold, to fiat money, to plastic cards. Banks control the payment system and take a cut. It's becoming more complex, less secure, and yet more expensive. After all this time, shouldn't we be asking, is there a better way? In 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto asked that question. He decided that as we live in a digital economy, there was a better way to pay for products and services. He called it cryptocurrency. LeoCoin is a decentralized digital cash system. It uses the computers of individuals to store the transaction ledgers, making it a decentralized system, so no individual or organization can interfere with it. It can be transferred from person to person online without any central body controlling it. The integrity of each transaction is maintained by being recorded in transparent public ledgers, kept on every computer in the LeoCoin network. No banks taking a cut means transaction fees are much lower than paying in the traditional way. Its inbuilt security keeps your identity anonymous and your coin secure. LeoCoin is fast becoming the currency of choice for the 100,000 people in 120 countries who are in the Leo network, and it's getting bigger by the day. Fiat currencies are created by central banks whenever they want and in whatever quantity they want. This causes inflation and devalues the currency. LeoCoin is different. LeoCoins are created by rewarding the efforts of individual computers that are verifying each LeoCoin transaction. This process is called mining. Computers solve complex cryptographic formulas, and as a result, a random participating computer receives roughly 20 LeoCoins every minute. There is no limit to how many dollars there are, and this is one of the reasons our money is losing value every day. LeoCoins have a finite supply. The LeoCoin protocol sets this at 1 billion. At the speed of 20 LeoCoins per minute, it will take 100 years to mine them all. There are many similarities between cryptocurrencies and gold. Both are in limited supply. Both cannot be created. Both require effort to acquire. Both are durable. Both can be used anonymously. When you use Leo Coin, you have absolute privacy. Leo Coin is more secure than credit cards because an encrypted digital signature is kept in your digital wallet. No one can steal your information or personal details. Sending Leo Coins is as simple as sending an email. There are a number of merchants across the world that accept Leo Coin as payment for products and services. You can use them everywhere in the world instantly. Banks no longer hold your money, and when you make a payment, the fees are very much smaller because no bank is involved. Thousands of people are becoming members of the Leo Coin network every week, and they are able to receive instant rewards for supporting the Leo Coin community. Through Leo Coin, everyone has access to a safe, secure, and user-friendly way to spend their money. Great things are already happening. An increasing number of businesses have been recognizing cryptocurrency as an alternative method of payment. People are using the currency to pay for rent, tuition fees, buy books from Amazon, buy holidays from Expedia, and even cars and houses. Some even get their salaries in cryptocurrency. And there is no reason why it should stop there. You can get Leo Coins not only through mining, but also by participating in the Leo Coin community, by joining the Leo Coin Merchant Program, or buying directly through exchanges such as leoexchange.com. You keep your Leo Coins in your digital wallet on your computer or on your mobile device, readily available for you 24/7. Once you have some coins, you can instantly send money to friends and family anywhere in the world and buy goods and services. Join the Leo Coin community today and become part of the digital revolution that is happening right now.
What do you think? Hopefully that was nice and clear for you. I'm getting some feedback from some people in the room that they've got some issues with the sound. So hopefully everyone's got their sound sorted out. Now you heard that clearly. There are a couple of things about crypto money that we need to understand. And many of you got on this call tonight. You've been spoken to, you've been talked to, people have talked to me about this, and there are different types of crypto money out there. So we've decided to explain a couple of things, and I've got a chart here that I'm going to help everybody understand the differences between a crypto comparison, what's called a virtual currency or a virtual coin, and what's an authentic blockchain crypto-based money. So let me just pop in through that and get going. I'm not going to read that up for you. Well, what I'm going to simply do is concentrate on the blockchain, the public ledger, the proof of work, double spends, the whole idea of what happened with Bitcoin and starting with the blockchain to make crypto money work is that it can control a double spend. What that means is, in real simple terms, let's say that I've got a crypto coin in my wallet, and in my wallet I have, I want to send it to Magnus over there, and then I want to go and send it to Per, and I could copy that and send them both exactly the same crypto money. And how is that possible? I shouldn't be able to give someone a $20 note and then give them the same $20 note to someone else, right? And so Bitcoin stopped that. And the reason they stopped that is quite complicated, but in simple terms, it's an open source public blockchain. All those mining and transparency and all those things that video just told you about, that's one of the reasons why. If a virtual currency, and there are plenty of them out there, aren't having mining software and public ledgers and open source, they can never control. We can never believe whether they can control or they're sending us the money. It's not our job to trust anyone. It's our job to find out the truth. Think of it like gold. I'll get to that in a minute. because I could go on for this forever. A public exchange. No one company, no one organization controls it. It's actually based on the value of the marketplace. Now, I know in a virtual currency, they usually have an exchange in the back office, and they do it in between their customers. And that's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't simply take that money and pretend it lives in the real world. And this is where a lot of people misunderstand. They say, hey, I've got X amount of VCs in my back office over here, and I can spend and sell. It's not really the case. It's just in that little play environment. It's not accepted around the world, and no one will accept it while there's no proof of work, because we don't know if it's true or not, or if it's just some, something else. So there are a couple of things. Open source, I've already told you about. Mining software, you've got to be able to mine the software. With Leo, for example, someone doesn't even have to get involved in the business. If they know how to mine, they can go to leocoin.org, grab the software, put it on their machines, mine coins. You've got to be able to do that, just like Bitcoin does. Now, Bitcoin never did have a leasing environment. That's something that LeoCoin has innovated with. For the people who cannot mine, they don't have the hardware, they don't have the software skills, they can lease it from the company, and a physical mine is put in our secret location up in the top of the world, and you own a graphics card basically, and it's mining away from you. Once again, a VC, a virtual coin, does not have that. A merchant platform, initially, Bitcoin didn't have any of that. There are many third-party things now, but not like what we've innovated with. We have a merchant platform that is rolling out in the fourth quarter of 2015, and in the first quarter of 2016, we have that moved out with a couple of other things. And in our merchant program, there's something very, very clever that we've not seen before in the marketplace. And think of it like this. If you go in and sign up a coffee shop and that person wants to accept Leo coins, and then you get a small community of people paying with Leo coins, you get 1% in Leo coins of the total Leo coin transaction forever, every month or every week, or however often that it's paid out as this platform rolls out. That is something new to the market. 1% doesn't sound much, but if you remember the old wise words, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. John Paul Getty. So point of sales, third party for Bitcoin, we have ours in a different color here simply because ours are in development, looking at the fourth quarter of 2015. Once again, VCs don't have any of this stuff. ATM, third party for Bitcoin. Once again, ours is the first quarter of 2016. And once again, there is, check it out, nothing in the VC world. A foundation, obviously there's a foundation for Bitcoin because it started with that. And there's a LeoCoin foundation. It's a legitimate foundation. It's got nothing to do with the running of that with Leo, the company. And people mix that up. They're two separate things. Yes, we started it, but yes, we don't own it. It's a foundation that helps with everything running for that. So hopefully that clears up that. Now, I'm not here to bash other companies. I just want to say to you in very clear language, there is a difference between an authentic cryptocurrency and a virtual coin. And a virtual coin doesn't have an open blockchain or open source. It doesn't have any of these things that I've just gone through. Ask yourself that question when someone's talking to you about XYZ company or opportunity that is doing this. And then you might get a couple of other questions about, we're going to change the world, and that's okay. So I'd like to just arm you with a little bit of that information. Quick story. I drove down 5 hours, met the man on the left hand. Sounded like a good bloke. Was open, was transparent, thought he had his integrity sound, very professional, knew what he was doing. And a few weeks after that, I met Artif, the man on his right, or on his left, on our right. Once again, dedicated, professional, profound, a clear, long-term thinker. These two people are at the top of their game right now. And they've been around the industry for 25 years each, and they have accumulated a team of amazing people. And there are a couple of things that I think that we should have a look at. They started back in, you know what? You know when they started? I'm going to, no, I'm not. I've decided not to do that. This is the timeline. They launched in front of the pyramids in Egypt. It's a pretty bold move for a network marketing company. In fact, I think it's the only one.
2012, 2012. End of the world.
If this is the end of the world, what a fantastic place to go. If it's not, we would also like to be here and start a new world.
The Leo world. $2,500 people. Representing 43 nations, launched Leo. A global, multicultural company. Built by visionaries, for visionaries. Dan Anderson. And Atif Kamran. E-learning, training, technology, cutting-edge online systems. A seamless and friction-free business for you to play as large as you like. Helping you to find and live your dream. Develop your skills, knowledge, passion, to own your own business, to succeed for yourself, your family, community, nation, and your world. Leo. Larger than life.
We're now in 160,000 people around 120 countries. 97% of companies fall over in the first 3 years, and we are just moving into that and not looking at going anything than up. So it's the perfect time to get involved in a business like this. DSA in America, pending, in the UK, almost, in Canada, absolutely. We open officially in Canada this month. We have a couple of things that I think are important. Here's the former deputy of the UK, and that's Dan and our company executives, I think, who are networking with the British government. That's not a one-off thing. I wanted to put this one because this was just the other day. A member of parliament, there's a whole video about it, has come in, and they're not looking at this company suspiciously. They're bringing them in and they're welcoming this British company with a beautiful idea of training in the back office and training about entrepreneurship, and then moving into the crypto money. This is a continuous partnership. How often do you see networking companies in partnership with government? Not just that, but the Treasury. This is there at midday. On cryptoismoney.com. Cryptoismoney.com. On that website, you can go ahead and download the white paper that was submitted for this HM, Her Majesty's Treasury, the visit, where they submitted the white paper. Once again, how many companies do you know who've submitted white papers to the digital currency or in any field? It's an interesting thing. Okay, we have an ecosystem right in the heart of it. Right in the heart of it is entrepreneurial training. That's what the two fellas at the top burn for. I do as well. I love entrepreneurial training. I think it's important for us to use our mind. But around that, we have charities, Leo for Everyone, cafes that are a legitimate franchise that you can open up, Leo Towers, which is a share program in real estate around the world. We have the Leo coin, the Leo exchange for trading the coin, and the Leo marketplace for merchants who accept Leo coins. And out of that ecosystem, we have the Leo coin, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Each one of those little bits of the ecosystem has its own story and its own ecosystem. But tonight, we're talking about, or today, wherever you are, we're talking about the Leo coin, the digital currency. We've got community members. Now, these community members, they're part of those 160,000 in 120 countries around the world, and their job and their passion is to not only improve themselves, they're not just customers. They've gone from customer to business owner. These are business owners with the right idea to move in an entrepreneurial direction. So these people are geared. They're already sort of wiring themselves, if they're not already wired, to take Leo coin to the merchants around the world. We also have the merchants. And here's the platform that's in total development. We've got over 32,000 of them, and it's all over the world. That's a platform and a forum for people to find anything that everyone in there is buying and selling stuff with or accepting Leo coins. So what's the big picture with these market? Just check this out. I know some of you hate all this writing, but I'll put it up here anyway. Merchants get signed up in your Leo structure. Each transaction between a customer and a merchant is a 1% fee. That 1% is paid out to the sponsor and the network. Think of that for a minute. Just think. You sign up a petrol station or gas station, and 1% of all the fuel of that franchise is going into your group. Just think where this can lead to. Shoes, time and clocks, people buying. Imagine that, just going to the everywhere you get a Hoyts or a Birch and Carroll, or I'm thinking of Australian ones. I can't think of an American one off the top of my head, of Svenska Filmindustri. They start selling all their products with Leo coin, and you sign them up. It goes into your network. It's interesting, hey? What about coffee shops and so on? It's unlimited how this can build. And let's move on to the mining. That's a representation of what a mining rig looks like with a graphics card in the middle. But the next one, this is a photo of all our mining rigs that have been sent out across the oceans to our secret hideaway mining facility. And each one of those black things is a mining rig. It's a graphic card. And when you buy one of these, you lease it for a year. What happens is you lease it for a year. You continue to lease it at a dramatically reduced cost in the second year and third year, and it pumps out Leo coins every month. And it's dependent upon how many there are. We won't get too technical into that. But if you want to just step into it for a month, that's what it costs you, £125. You get BPSP up here. It's the way you get paid in the organization, in your networking group. But as a customer, that's a one-time deal. If you want to go ahead and get a second month, you have to buy it again. And if you want to get a third month, you have to buy it again. There's no auto ship in this for people that have come from the auto ship world. A yearly lease, if you do the maths, you're looking at paying for 10 months and getting 2 months as a bonus. So it's £1,250. And they're the rigs that you get. Well, I've got the mining rigs. Out of the public exchange, this is where you can buy and sell coins from. It's really simple. Just log on. You don't even have to be a member to log into this. It's a public exchange. Anyone can come on, just like NASDAQ. You can come on, become an account. It's very particular with KYC, know your customer, proving who you are. And that's a bit of a pain in the behind, but it's also a really good thing. They take security extremely important, and they follow the anti-money laundering (AML) laws around the world. And I know some of you have been on that, have had a hard time, and I just got, verified today for Tier 4, finally. And I've been in the company, 75 days or something like that. Okay, I took this today. Now, let me explain this. Bitcoin is number 1 on the planet. Ripple is number 2, but it's not technically a coin. It's some sort of payment structure, sort of like PayPal, I think. Litecoin is number 2, leaps and bounds above everyone else. Ethereum is once again a different sort of structure. It's not actually a coin as such. So Leo is in at number 3 on the planet, but it's number 5 technically. But if you just look at the coins, it's number 3, and we're only just getting started. Wait till this goes for the next 6 months. Oh my goodness, it's just going to explode. The next thing is the foundation. You can read that. It's important to have a foundation that works for the coin itself. An interesting aspect of this, the digital chamber of commerce. We have an integral part on that digital chamber. And also an extremely important thing is that they're not lightweights. Look at Branson. He's honorary member there. There's some really interesting people in this. This is the future. We're part of the DSA. We're part of the Digital Chamber of Commerce. We are legitimate, and we are working towards something huge, guys. And marketing training, we won't go too deeply into that right now, though we do want to. Here's a few interesting posts, and we're getting popular press from a variety of different places around the world. I just thought I'd put these up for you. So let's have a look at this development, this timeline. I've blackened it out to make it look nice and clear where we are. Right now, we are at the point of sale system. We're starting to roll out that. We're not at the merchant award yet. The next one is the networking bonus. So this is hopefully in the plan to be in the 4th quarter. So we're at any day. Towards the end of the year, we're looking at the point of sale system coming out. And then at the beginning of next year, on the 1st quarter, we will have Leo Coin ATMs in key locations around the world. It's it's intriguing. People are wondering, what the heck is this little company punching well above its weight? What are they doing? How are they doing this? Well, because we've got a whole bunch of a good team. Now, right now, it's a simple thing. Before I get into that, just read that. There's a couple of you on the call who are just looking at the Leo coin, wanting to find out a little bit more about it, a little bit more about the company, a little bit more about what we're doing. And that's what we've done. From now, I'm going to go through the Leo marketing plan. The Leo marketing plan is all about the money. It's all about how you get rewarded, the schedule that Leo has for its partners in the field. Now, if that doesn't interest you, just go ahead and hang up right now. And thank you very much for your time. Get back to the person who put you on this call. And for the rest of you who stay, let's get into the marketing plan. Simple stuff. It's got to be innovative and rewarding. It's got to have something for everyone. It's got to, basically, a good marketing plan is it gets people rewarded quickly. It gets people rewarded fairly. It gets people rewarded long term. You've got to have those keys. People who are working full time and part time, and it's got to work in any country that they're building in. It's got to be simple, but we all know it's not easy. If it were, everyone would be making a fortune. So let's look at the pay plan. 10% is your team building, and they call it team building because you are building a team. You bring a new team member, and whatever they order, you get 10% of what they call bonus points. So if it's a £1,000 pack and there's 1,000 BP, you get 10% of that. That's a direct reward for building the bonus. You get up to a 10% networking bonus, which is there's two teams that you build, a left and a right team, and the lesser team, you get 10% of that, and it's paid out weekly. By the way, the 10% team building is paid out instantly. Now, I've got a couple of other things to tell you about that, and I'll get back to that in a minute. Up to 30% matching bonus. Now you get paid out, there are ranks and statuses. You start off with a basic and then a bronze and then a silver and then a gold and then a platinum. And I'm just going to talk about platinum at the moment. When you've achieved platinum, and that's 3,000 points that you personally have brought to the business with your own consumption of products, and included the consumption of products by the people you have enrolled in the business. When you have every pound is a point. When you have 3,000 points, you become a platinum. And when you become a platinum, you have access to the entire 30% of the matching bonus, which works out like this. It goes, and this is being recorded, so you can come back if you think I'm saying it too fast. It goes 2%, 2%. These are levels down, right? Generations down. So they go 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 2, 2. So there's a lot of percentages in there that can build down. One really cool feature is it goes reverse. So I get a matching check on my upline and their upline and their upline. Well, for me, it doesn't go that far, but for you guys, it can go. You can get up to several levels higher than you. So your upline, when they're getting a check for their network bonus, if you're part of their team, you can get a percentage of bonus from their check, not directly from their check, but paid out to you. No auto ship is required. When you sign up, you have bought a £125 plan. You don't have to do that again next month if you don't want to, if you don't feel the need for it. However, Leo does something very differently. The number one thing that it does, how many people have been in an auto ship program? I was in a company, I've been in a couple, and you sign them up and they spend $120 on the first month, and then they spend $120 on the second month, and then you got to force them a little bit on the third month, and then, oh, they're not, no, I don't know. How many people do you sign up who spend $120 each month for 12 months? And you might get, I don't know, might get $20 to start off with, but then it usually drops down to around about $5 a month. Yeah? So you've got to make sure these people buy the $5 per month for the entire 12 months, the entire year, before you get recurring income, right? Leo does it very differently. They give you the entire year's recurring income up front in the first check, that's instant, and on the first week that they do a pay cycle. So someone buys a yearly rig, there's £1,000, you get 10% of that, boom, that goes straight into your back office. And then the next week, on the Saturday when they run it, you get also 10% on your lesser leg. So it's sort of equivalent to being paid for an entire year's recurring income in the first week that you signed them up. That's a very different way to do business. Most of you are used to having to stretch out £10 each month for 12 months and keep them going and keep them going, these little bits. This is a different way to think of things. We have an awards program. As you grow, you get all these different awards. And I like the one right at the end there. You get this £300,000 flat or unit or condominium in Dubai. And I'm working towards that. Ownership, also part of this. You can buy ownership in properties all around the world. I don't want to go too deeply into that, but there are a bunch of us going to France, to that manoir right there, and we're going to spend a few days in training. And of course, you've got Leo Coin ownership as well. When you become a Leo Coin owner, that's an investment. So how do you get started? Simple, easy. Go back to the person who invited you here. Their web address will be learnearnown.com/their username. Choose a 12-month lease or a £125 monthly lease. You can also go and choose the training products, and that's go to my business, myleobusiness.com/same username. And if you wanted to do some of the entrepreneurial training, that's how you get started. It's really, really simple, nice and easy. So tonight, I'd like to leave you with one thought. You're going to be somewhere in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You're going to be somewhere, regardless of where you are right now. If you start with a mechanism in your mind about compounding growth, of creating Leo coins, it's not going away. It's going to become a worldwide phenomenon. It's in the process of doing that. It's not going to hurt you to invest, and it's not going to hurt any of your colleagues to invest. It's not going to take a lot of your time, but it will take a little bit. If you're prepared to put in just a little bit of work, you can grow this into something bigger than you could have imagined. I missed the Bitcoin rush because I was unaware, arrogant. I didn't know. But I'm not missing the Leo coin rush. It is one of the ways of the future, and we're selling money-making machines in the computer. And thanks for your time. My name's Pat Dooley, signing off for today.